Hey, Greg Watt here. I've been asked to speak to a group of individuals next door. These individuals have recently graduated law school and they've recently passed the bar. They're interested in DUI work here in the Kansas City metro area, so I'm going to be teaching them on how to handle and how to effectively handle that first DUI that comes through their door. I do a lot of DUI work, I'm passionate about it, and I'm great at it. So if you or a loved one happens to have a DUI, give me a call, 913-433-3849, or check me out at www.kcmetrodefense.com. We're going to go next door, we're going to make some new friends, we're going to teach them a lot about DUI work, and hopefully they're going to be excited to go out and defend people as I am. So if you need anything, give me a call, and thank you for your time. And there's a lot of clients. There's simply a lot of clients out there, and there doesn't seem to be enough solo attorneys to assist those clients. I get calls routinely about things involving landlord-tenant, family law issues, personal injury, and I send them all out the door. The only thing I keep is the criminal defense matters. I'm tempted sometimes to keep the other things, but I send it out the door because I want those individuals to fall into the hands of people that do that area of law over and over and over. Because my assumption is that they're good at it. And one thing about Kansas City is it's big enough to specialize. So I'm thrilled that there's some folks that are jumping into the waters and pursuing solo work. I think that it's wide open. I think you're going to have fun. And you know what? What an honor. I mean, what an honor to stand next to another human being in a court of law and represent that person. Think about that. Think about that. How humbling and how much of an honor that truly is for someone to walk into your office, point at you and say, "You're the right woman for me. You're the right man for me. You are the right woman for me. Sir, you're the right man for me." I will tell you, it sends chills down my spine. And I hope it always does, and I believe it always will. Because it's so much fun. It is so gratifying that somebody has that much faith in your legal abilities, that much faith in your business acumen, that much faith in your credibility. Okay, that is such an honor. I can't think of a bigger honor other than being a parent. I mean, in my lifetime, that's the only thing that's come close. That is the only thing that has even come close to the feeling of when somebody sits down in a chair across from me and says, "You're the right person for the job. Let's walk down this case together." And I tell you, the most magical words out of their mouths are, "Greg, I know I'm in a heap of shit. Just do your best." I mean, because I'm on fire after that. Because what's more powerful than aggression? Humility. I mean, really, that sense of humility that they're there, they know they've screwed up, and they're looking to you to walk them through that valley of all kinds of problems that are ahead. And DUI has a lot of different twists and turns, as you've probably already been informed of, either through friends that have received DWIs or DUIs, or family members, or maybe, unfortunately, maybe you've had one. But that area of law is changing so much. So, interested spouse, parents, grandparents, you're going to have individuals who are young that come into your office with a DUI, DWI. You're going to have very concerned parents, and oftentimes this is a great opportunity to look a young man or a young woman in the eye and say, "I know we're facing a real obstacle here with this case, but do you have a drinking problem?" Don't be afraid to ask that. Do you have a drinking problem? Are you abusing alcohol? And if they are, why not help them now while they're 18, 19? Why not? You may have just saved that person's life. I mean, if they're 47, if nobody ever really addresses that until they're 47, 57, 67, whatever the case may be, what if somebody early on in their life just would have looked at that person and said, "Do you have a substance abuse problem? And if you do, how can I help? How can we help you?" It's not that hard. And a lot of attorneys never do it. I just don't understand why. I just don't get it. But people always think, well, I'm not drinking every day. I'm not drinking at work, so I don't abuse alcohol. No. If you drink once a year and you go light your car on fire and run around naked, that's a substance abuse problem. If you're doing it, if there's some consistency there. If once a year you go wreck your car, light it on fire, and run around it naked, and that happens year after year, but it only happens once a year, there's a substance abuse problem. Just because you're not drinking every day, I don't care. You have a substance abuse problem, and we need to remedy it together. We need to fight the case, and we need to figure out whether it's rehab, or whether it's a therapist, or whether it's a psychiatrist, somebody that maybe needs to talk to you about antidepressant. I don't care what it is, but we've got to find a way to intervene and figure out how to save you from yourself. And it's okay to do that. You may say, well, Greg, I'm not a therapist, I'm not trained. Well, I don't care. You can ask a question. Nobody's saying you've got to write them a script so they can go to Walgreens and get, Lexapro. That's not what we're saying here. We're saying intervene if you can. And oftentimes, the beauty of great DWI or DUI work is you get to be the individual who steps up and says, get your mind right, stop drinking, stop using drugs, and get back into school and have a great life. You get to be that person. And shockingly, people will listen to you. Your client needs to be made aware of the following. There are two separate sides to a DWI case or a DUI case. There's the license side of it, and there's the criminal side of it. You got I tell every client, you got two trains coming down two different tracks. They're parallel to one another. One's coming right at your license, one's coming right at you. Okay, we need to intervene so we can have a chance to protect your license. We need to intervene so we have a chance to protect you from jail. Clients understand that, okay? Because when they first come in, they're like, wait, what's this whole administrative line? Okay, but you've got to make sure you intervene on a license timely, all right? The criminal case, you're going to be given a court date, okay? You're fine there. There's no issues as far as you failing to miss the target as far as the timeline goes. They give you a criminal court date. Show you the court date, okay? You're not going to be late. There's no time issues. But as far as the license goes, you've got to file that administrative paperwork timely, okay? So you can't delay on that. You've got to do that within the 15-day period. You can win, all right? How do you win? Whether it's a license hearing or whether it's a criminal trial, first things first, know your field sobriety test, all right? Get familiar, get acquainted, become very intimate with this book, all right? DWI detection and standardized field sobriety testing. All right, it's the NISA manual I talked about earlier. Figure out a way to get that most updated manual. Learn that manual, all right? There's 3 tests that officers are going to apply in the field, okay? Horizontal gaze nystagmus, walk and turn, one leg stand, okay? Those are to be administered very precisely. If it's not precise, the results are compromised, okay? That's the word you use. The results are compromised, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Here's why. And then you go into why that test was compromised, what the officer didn't do, or the officer's absence of any current recollection of that manual. You're wondering, okay, so field sobriety test, I get that. That's a big part of your case. Huge, 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 huge. All right? How do you beat a blood test? How do you beat a breath test? Here's the magic word, contamination. How was that test contaminated? Okay? Big one I've been winning on recently.